What's wrong
We will not be held responsible for any hearing impairments or damage caused to you from excessive exposure to this sound.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A Tilted World. If this is your first time joining us, thank you for joining. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. This is a comedy podcast designed to escape the chaos of the universe and just enjoy the happiness in the little things in life. All right. We have a great episode for you tonight. We have a couple great guests, one returning guest and one brand new guest who I know for a fact we're going to have back on. So we all know that this year has been really shitty. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, but we're going to try and keep it positive. We're going to go over the highlights of this year, some of the lows in this year, and then we're going to go over some resolutions. So if you're watching, make sure that you comment your New Year's resolution, and later in the show, we're going to go through your New Year's resolutions, and we're going to talk about them. If you don't believe in New Year's resolutions, that's fine, but make sure you comment and tell us why you don't believe in them. So super excited for this next year. For you people who have been listening and watching for the last year and a half that we've been going, we have a lot of new stuff coming out in 21. So we have a lot of new equipment. We got lights, we got cameras that have just come in. We're going to have new content that is going to be on YouTube that is aside from the podcast. So if you are listening, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube so you can check out that content and you can see those videos that we do. It's going to be a ton of fun. So you guys remember Jok3r? He was on last week and he's been on a couple of my podcasts before. We do some, hangout streams on the side on YouTube, and we do them live, and you guys can check them out. And they're not on our normal Wednesdays, so check those out. They're a lot of fun. Jok3r will be on here in a little bit, but I'm super excited for this other guest that we have. It's her first time on, and just found out before we went live that this is the first time she's been on somebody else's podcast. So I'm so glad to be the first one that she's on. She's an amazing person. We went to high school together. We're really good friends, and we're such good friends that she's marrying one of my best friends. And so give it up for Bean, or as I like to call her, future Mrs. Martinez.
Hey, I love hearing that. I never get over it.
Isn't that great? Are you excited to be married?
I am very excited to be married. It's been a long time coming.
How long have you guys been together?
Josh and I have been together for almost 8 years. Once we get married, it'll be 8 years.
Years.
Since we were 17.
That's so wild.
I know, it's amazing.
We were just kids when y'all started dating.
Yeah, it's essentially. So I like to give us a round of applause for making it through that shit because being kids, it was hard.
Yeah, so we all went to high school together. I first met you. I told Josh that we met in Superfans. That you remember Superfans?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if we did meet in Superfans.
But he begs to differ. He says that we didn't meet in Superfans because you were a year behind us, and I only did it my freshman year. So we probably didn't meet then. I think we honestly became friends in theater.
Yeah.
My senior year, your junior year.
Yeah, because you got moved into like the advanced theater class with us, right?
Yes. Yeah.
See, yeah. So that's where I would have like really met you.
I just spit my ice back in my cup. Sorry, that's not gross. It's my spit. It's my cup. Yeah. So I want to brag a little bit. So it was my senior year. I was in theater 1 because I was taking like my bullshit, arts credit.
Got to get through it. Yeah.
And then Sweatman, R.I.P. Love the dude. We like one of our first assignments was like a voice acting thing where we went behind a curtain in the box and like read this script, right?
Nice.
And my script was I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something about like I found out like my wife or girlfriend was cheating on me or something like that. And so I like pretended to like cry or something in it. And I go out behind everybody's like clapping when I'm done, being polite. And I go out from the curtain and people were in tears. Like I had these freshmen in tears. And I was like, all right, yeah, I think I'm pretty good at this. And so we go through the whole thing, and like 2 weeks of class go by, and we keep doing this kind of thing. And then Sweatman, so this is a very old man, by the way, for those of you listening, very old man who was very artistic, very like passionate about theater and acting, and inspiration. Literally got goosebumps right now because he was an amazing man. But he pulled me into his office and he goes, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, just wanted to do some acting. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm making it through.
And he was like, well, he's like, I'm not saying you're good, but let's get you up to theater 4. And I was like, hold up, bitch. Like, this is theater 1. Like,
The what?
Theater 4. And he was like, you're just surrounded by freshmen. And I was like, well, my off period is when theater 4 is. He goes, well, we'll switch your schedule around. Your off period is this period, and you're going to help me teach. And I was like, teach, bitch. I don't know shit. Like, I don't know nothing. Like,
and you were like the office aide also? Like, you did theater 4 and then you were like, that's badass.
Yeah. So I literally just hung around him, and I was his copy bitch. He was like, here's a script. Go make a bunch of copies of this and pass it out. And I was like, fuck. All right. And so I did that. And, but then I was in theater 4 and I met you and Josh. That's when me and Lewis, me and Lewis became really, really good friends.
Yeah.
Was just being in theater 4 and all the shenanigans that went on in that.
And I think I still have a picture of like a bunch of us like piled on the couch. I think like, in the middle of the room.
Yeah. I'd have to go through some of my stuff, but I do have a bunch of pictures of us on. I know exactly what are you talking about the I know what couch you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can't remember what color. I think it was red. It wasn't red. It was like
a beige.
It was like the white of my my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was cloth. Oh, I'm thinking of the red leather chair that was in the attic.
Oh, no. Yeah, they still have it.
That gross
chair.
Gross things happened on that.
And they have it now. They have it in the like the main like office for the theater director, and it just sits there. And every time I would go in because I was subbing, I'd like walk in and I'd see it, and I'd be like, and I never said a word.
How funny would that be if you like walked into the new principal's office and that was his chair, and you're like, no.
I wouldn't say anything. That would be like a secret, like silent.
Like, so I'm not going to say what happened on that. I'm not going to say what happened on that chair, but it was a theater kid's chair, and a lot of weird shit happens in theater. And it was just, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole now that I'm a grown adult.
Oh God, no! Like I know. Oh man, I worry about all theater furniture now. Every single piece of furniture, I'm like,
goes through so much torment.
Especially if it's like sat on the stage for a while. I'm like,
nope.
That's bad. That's bad news.
That's every theater kid's dream is the furniture on the stage.
Gross. It is, and I worry.
Hey Kenny, nice to see you. Sorry that I'm not paying attention to the chat. I am awful at doing that, but we're gonna work on it. So if you are tuning in, please make sure to comment with your New Year's resolution. We're gonna go back through the comments here in a little bit and read up on them, talk about them, and have some fun. So you have your own art page, right?
Yes.
So what do you do on your page?
Oh man, a lot of everything. Josh, Lewis, and I, we did a convention where I took a bunch of like nerdy artwork, stuff from Spawn, from It, from Stranger Things, and like of course Dragon Ball, Pokemon, stuff like that. I just pulled like a bunch of stuff, took it with me, and sold that there. But I also do a lot of commission work. So I've gotten a lot of pet portraits done, which I really loved. You can check those out on my page. And then, yeah, pretty much anything that someone can throw at me, I'll do my best at. It's a lot of fun. It's been a good little moneymaker on the side.
That's awesome. I remember when you guys did that conference. What was that for y'all's first podcast thing? Like what conference were y'all at? Because I remember y'all having a table or something, and you were selling your art. I can't remember what the conference was. You know what I'm talking about?
It was Ekman's Toy Festival.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they do Ekmans like once a year. Not this year. Sorry, I'm seeing the comments. Hey, Desi. Um, they're calling you out, Derek.
I don't care. You're
Um,
good.
but yeah, they do Ekman's Toy Festival or convention once a year. Not once a year. They do it like multiple times a year. We just went the once towards Halloween. I think like the year right after I graduated from college. It was a lot of fun. They had a whole ass owl there, so they party.
A whole ass owl.
Yeah, it was really cool. We could see it like from
Pretty
our
tight.
booth. So I'm like sitting here in my little corner and just like the thing would like turn its whole head around. Josh loved it.
So we'll start getting into this this year and the show's content. So this year is fucking wild. Like, dude, it was the worst fucking year that's happened in the history of time.
Yeah, I can't argue it.
So do you have any big highlights from this year that stick out to you?
I mean, other than becoming a teacher,
That is
and teaching tech now, that was definitely the highlight because like I've been trying to get a job for so many years.
yeah.
And when you go, I mean, of course, like when you go to college for theater, you run the risk of like not getting a job.
Yeah.
And it was like a risk that I was like, I'm fully prepared to take. But finally got that job just in time for the wedding. Thank God. So that's a huge highlight, a huge blessing this year. And yeah.
So you just got a job teaching, right?
Yeah.
So you want to tell me and the viewers and listeners about that?
So I mean, I started teaching high school the week before Thanksgiving. So like I stepped in as their substitute teacher initially while I finished up some stuff for my alternative certification program. And the week we got back from Thanksgiving break, I was like the full-blown teacher. And then like within the next 2 weeks, we had freaking midterms and everything's been a good shit show. My kids are great though. Teaching tech theater is a lot of fun. We play all day essentially. And I teach them cool things that I hope that they enjoy. I'm still getting used to it.
Are you doing Zoom classes?
Yes. I'm doing Zoom classes. It's really weird.
Is it? Especially like tech theater. I remember when we were in high school, because we were in theater, and then like the tech theater people were like on the other side of the hall, but they did like woodworking and like putting shit together. Like, how does that work in on Zoom? Like, do you just talk about like set theory or like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's essentially like that. When I came in, the old teacher had already had some lesson plans set, so I didn't have to jump right into lesson planning. So they were following a script and doing a bunch of different costume designs, set designing, stuff like that. So a lot of drawing for the kids right now, and I think they're kind of sick of it. So I'm trying to switch it up for them a little bit. When we go back, they're doing makeup designs, and then we're going to jump into publicity posters, so that they start learning a lot more of like different aspects of the behind the scenes stuff that they can't really do hands-on right now because we can't. I think over the course of the week, I see maybe 10 kids. And so that's really weird to have like only 10 kids in person and the rest of them online, and I don't see any of their faces.
Is that because they have the choice of going in person or online, or?
Yeah. So the kids get to choose, and I mean, there's some kids who are like, oh no, I just didn't want to come today. Like they alternate. So one day they come to class, and then one day they have to be online, and it goes back and forth.
Okay.
But there's sometimes the kids were like, no, I just didn't feel like coming to school, even though it was my day to come to school, and I get it. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't hold anything against any of them. I totally understand. But yeah, so it's weird adapting all of the lessons to be online when it's such a physical class.
Yeah.
But we're running with it, doing our best, and
that's
adapting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you had just mentioned makeup. So I remember, I haven't seen any from you for a little bit, or maybe I missed the post, but you used to do really good graphic makeup. Like stage makeup and stuff, like gory shit.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Like, so like, do you still do that stuff? Is that
Oh
like
yeah.
a side gig? Like, what do you?
I play with it a bit still because I still have my
Mhm.
full makeup kit and expanded in college. Of course, when I took the class for a full year. So I have like a
So
full year of like,
you took a class on like makeup and what is it like stage makeup? Like what do you call that? Like,
yeah, it was a stage makeup class.
okay.
So they taught us stuff specifically for stage, but then we got to expand and play around with it a lot in our own way. And that's where I started really getting into the gory stuff, even more so than in high school, where I was self-taught. I had
Mhm.
a teacher who was actually guiding me and was like, no, I'm going to have you go look up what all these gory things actually look like. Like we had a makeup morgue is what
Yeah.
she called it. And so it was just a zip drive with all the goriest pictures we could find on it, all of like old age people and like
Yeah.
reference points for these makeups that we were going to be doing. It was a lot of fun.
That's crazy. And so what I am in the Army and I am a medic, so we have to do a lot of like training and stuff and like trauma training. And we can check out these makeup kits. They literally look like a toolbox and it just has like all the different paints and powders and clays and everything you need to like make things look as awful as you can.
Yes.
And we had a few like times where we would do these, try to, practice medical, practices and stuff. But we had to do the makeup for them. And there were a few of our medics that were girls, and we had a couple dudes that were like just phenomenal at it. Like they could make, like, I had a guy that made, like, he took some dude's arm and he like wrapped the hand, like he made him like ball of fist, and he wrapped it up in like skin looking wrap and
Mm,
then covered it into a thing, and it made it look like an amputation.
nice.
And it was like, we didn't go to a class. It was all self-taught because we
Yeah.
had to we're literally in the middle of the woods with makeup and like paint and like random
Oh,
shit trying to
art
make
and
it look wild. And that shit was a lot of fun. So real quick, before we go on, Jok3r is now in the studio. I'm going to add him in. You guys remember him from our hangouts and from our previous podcast. Jok3r, welcome to the stream, dude.
What's up, fella? How you doing, Bean? How's it going?
Hey, Jok3r.
Hi, chat.
Hey, Jok3r, the little one down.
No,
No,
he's right here.
What's up, little one? Little Jok3r.
Uncle Tilt says hello.
But yeah, so like stage makeup and stuff like that is crazy. It's very fucking difficult. And I applaud you. And especially your self-taught stuff. I remember seeing you start doing that stuff, before, like when you were in college, but I'm pretty sure before that class, and it was still like really good stuff.
Thank you.
And it was really fascinating to see. And that's one of my, I know you're a fan of TikTok because you told me to get into TikTok like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's one of my cosplay. TikTok is one of my favorites because you just see the wildest fucking like
They do amazing
makeup and
shit.
like crazy shit. But yeah, that's fucking, it's fascinating, and it's a cool avenue of art for sure.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think especially like it scratches that art itch a little differently than painting does for me. So I really enjoy it. I definitely need to get better at it. I need to up my ante to impress the kids now.
Have you seen the girl on YouTube that does make, like, she does like cosplay makeup, but she eats an edible beforehand and then
I
does
love her. Oh my god,
Fucking
she's amazing.
funny as shit. I'm not even a dude that like loves makeup and shit, but like I'll watch her tutorials while she's like stoned out of her mind, and I fucking die. She's hilarious. She did, I think it was last year, maybe it was this year. She did her own Grinch makeup, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. That
But
shit
so
killed me. I'm moving around. I realized I was like, oh, y'all can see a lot more of my room than I intended for you guys to.
yeah, I think we just got a whole tour.
It still looks
But,
good, better than me. I'm sitting on the couch.
I'm in the middle of packing and everything too. Like my room's a disaster because like I'm about to like go move in. Like we're about to get in our own place and like
yeah.
everything looks awful.
So you're fine. At least you got a whole room. I'm in a closet right now.
True.
So, and the camera is doing it way more justice than it should. It looks like I have a ton of room to like
Yeah,
move
dude,
around
it
and
does.
shit. This thing, I have to like crouch over, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, to get into. So you know, you're good.
All right, good deal.
So, this year has been fucking crazy, and to you guys watching, thank you for tuning in. This has been a fucking wild year. And if you've been listening to us since the beginning, which I know a few of you have been, I did not think once this coronavirus shit happened, did not think that this podcast was going to last, because I work in a hospital. You never know what the fuck's going to go down. And I thank you guys for sticking with us through this craziness and the insanity that is the coronavirus. But this has been honestly the biggest highlight of my year. And you know, I couldn't be happier. I love it. I enjoy doing this as my little outlet every week. And I'm super happy. So I had written down that we were going to talk about the lows of this year, but I don't want to do that. That's a stupid thing to talk about, because I feel like every day this year has been a low for everybody in some sort of way. Like, it's just ridiculous. So, highlights of this year for me, this show has been an outlet. I haven't gone to therapy in a while. Dr. Charlie, if you're watching, you know I'm still crazy. Don't forget about me. But no,
We're all crazy. That's what makes us interesting.
Exactly. So what I want to hear from you guys, Bean, you had just said that, you know, your highlight was getting a job. Jok3r, you got any highlights this year?
Well, yeah, my son was actually born in January of this year. And not only that, after 15 years of playing in the military, being a soldier, I finally got the fuck out.
Yeah. That's so crazy. He's almost a year old. That's wild. It's fucking wild. I
11 months going on 30. That's what he is right now.
Fucking wild. And oh, shit. Dude, that's crazy. I'm like having like a dude, it feels like so long ago that your boy was like just born.
I know, and everybody's like, he's gonna be one. I'm like, yeah, he's about to be 1 year old. And everybody, I remember showing you like the baby picture, bro. Like when he was just literally an infant, like 2 or 3 months old, and you're like, oh my god, he's so small. And now this little one drives me nuts every night. I come home from work and he drives me nuts, but he drives his mom nuts all day, you know, and keeps us up all night. Well, keeps her up all night. She actually lets me go to sleep when I need to go to sleep. But for the most part, I wouldn't change anything with him. Like, he is adorable beyond belief. Right now he's on his whole clapping and doing the yay thing. He's doing it now because I just said it. He's doing the high fives. He's my little man. He's my little stinker.
Hey, so with that being said,
blessing.
Bean, when are you and Josh having kids?
The real question is, when were we getting a dog? I think that's what I meant to ask, because I don't know if we're ever having kids. At this point, that's not something we're thinking about. There's lots of people who are like, they definitely want us to have kids.
Stability first, then children.
Exactly, is my thought.
Fuck stability. I want to be Uncle Derek. This is
It's
my
like
show. When is Derek gonna be Uncle Derek?
It's like you and Josh's coach, who are like, so y'all are gonna have kids, right? When are y'all having kids? And I was like,
What's
literally,
happening?
And so we were very, very careful. We're like, no. Could prove everybody wrong.
It's so funny because
We're
like
a basset hound.
my mom, love her to death, and my dad, love you guys. I know you guys are watching, or maybe not. You probably don't. You guys probably aren't listening anymore because you're tired of my bullshit.
No, I saw your dad on.
Oh, he was on. I don't know if he's still listening though. I think they say so. They are just now empty nesters, and I've asked them a million times, like, when do you guys want grandchildren? What do you want to be called? And they're like, oh, like, we don't want grandkids for a long time. Well, I spent Christmas with them, and I asked them the question, what do you want to be called if you're grandparents? And they both had an answer, and I was like, oh shit, you bitches want to be grandparents like real soon.
Aww.
Like they were too eager.
See, and it was completely opposite from mine. Mine were like, just wait until you hit your mid-30s. Let's see, I didn't even start them off. My brother started them off. My brother made them grandparents at, I want to say, 45, 46.
Oh, Dad's still there. Hey, Dad, or I mean, Pops, as what you want to be called when you're a grandfather.
Aww.
He wants to be called Pops, and my mom wants to be called Grammy or Granny.
It's adorable.
So white. I mean, I don't mind it, but I mean, like, fuck, like.
That I haven't even asked my parents that. They have mentioned it. They're like, this is what we would want to be called, or this is what you should call us. Like, have your kids call us. And every time I'm like,
He said, not that eager. I like that. That's a good
answer. Yes, not that eager. See, he's tired of my bullshit. He doesn't want a little mini me running around giving him extra bullshit. So,
and think about it like this. That's what I have right here. And that's the male version. I got 2 female versions running around that are mini me's also.
But Jok3r, you have. I saw the joy when you were talking about your little mini me.
that is true.
You look so happy. I want that. You know what I have for that? I have a PlayStation 4 that I haven't touched in about a year, and a TV that I touched too much. So that's about where I'm at in my life.
So many comments, but your parents are here, so I'm not saying nothing.
No, you can say whatever you want. Abuelita, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of the Spanish word for
Abuela, abuelita, abuelo, abuelito.
Yeah, but I would be okay with calling like my grandkids, or not my grandkids, Jesus Christ, my kids calling mom abuelita, but she's white, so it just doesn't work, and it's not, doesn't, it's. I don't know if that's racist.
Listen, I'm Puerto Rican, and all my kids call my parents grandma and grandpa.
I will say this though, growing up in San Antonio, one of the greatest, like, comforting things that I've ever felt in my life is when an old Mexican lady calls me mijo.
Yes.
Mijo, come here. Okay. Like, oh my God. Like, it's so fucking, like, I don't even have to hug her. Like, it's just the mijo, no. It's like, oh, like, I got a hug in my heart. Like, it feels so fucking good. Like, I fucking love it. Oh,
yeah.
That's a little one. That's mini Jok3r.
He's got daddy. Oh, he's happy.
Oh, he's so cute. My dad said that that's cultural appropriation. Is it? I don't know. I'm not Hispanic at all. Both of you guys are. I can't say that it is, but maybe it is a little bit.
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't care. It really doesn't matter. People listen. I've seen Spanish kids. Yeah, I mean, look at me the same way. I look white too. The only reason why I look a little more Spanish today is because I have my little cholo goatee and mustache going on. But that's because of work. Because Derek's seen me before. I've had the beard. but work kind of got to me today where I had to put on my COVID mask. So in order for me to do that, the sides had to come off.
Joker,
But
you do
honestly,
look a little bit like a wand.
it's okay, Holmes.
No, but okay, I'll present this to you, Joker. If you saw a white family at dinner, right, and you see a little baby talk to the oldest lady at that table, they're all white, and the little baby goes, "Abuelita."
I've seen
Like, are
it. It
you?
doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Like,
It doesn't like
I'm not
raise
one of
like a
those,
little question mark, like at all.
No, I mean, it raises a question about like what the fuck. But listen, you know how many people I've seen that like, and nothing against anybody who has babysitters or live in nannies, but you know how many times I've seen, people with good amount of money that make a good amount of money that they have live-in nannies, and guess what? That nanny 9 times out of 10 is Latina, and she's gonna be speaking to those kids, however old they are, like if they're his age, in Spanish, and her kid is gonna grow up knowing how to speak Spanish and speak English. So yeah, that shit doesn't bother me. Like, listen, growing up where I grew up, where I was the only light-skinned kid in the neighborhood. I grew up in Harlem, where literally everybody was black. I was the only light-skinned one out there. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that stuff didn't bother me. That's like them saying to me, like, "Oh, you're ripping off our culture." It's like, no, it's part of my culture because of the fact of I grew up around it. You know what I mean? I've seen plenty of kids that grew up in like the Spanish parts of Texas, like really Spanish, like El Paso, or even some parts of San Antonio where it's the barrio, and that's what they're used to. You know what I mean? And it just all depends on your environment. People are a product of their environment, and for me, hearing a white kid go, "Oh, abuela, abuelita," I think that's cute because the fact of that kid is going to be multicultural. So to me, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree, especially just myself. I mean, being like half essentially. My mom was born in Mexico City, and then growing up during the summer in Mexico. I mean, it's a huge part of who I am. But like when you look at me, you wouldn't assume like this like glow in the dark ginger is Hispanic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wouldn't bug me. I would just be like, oh, it's part of their life too in some way, and they appreciate it, and so they use it.
So,
But
Bean,
actually,
I will say
see, I
that.
agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. And then the only reason why is I know. See, now you can honestly go off of this. You've met You've met Cosmic. You've
Yep.
had Cosmic on your show. And would you meet after meeting Cosmic and knowing Cosmic, would you think that he is half Spanish at any point?
I would say no, but I do know that he is.
Yes.
So no.
And
No.
Cosmic's just like you. He has the reddish hair, reddish beard. I think if I'm correct, Casey, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's like half Irish, half Mexican also. So it's like, he's awesome as hell, and you wouldn't believe it. Glow in the dark ginger. That's gonna take off for you now. Actually, that should be your name. It should be Bean on there now. It should be glow in the dark ginger.
I like that. I can't go to places like mini golf. It's like in like the black lights. I can't go to like clubs or like what is it, laser tag? Like you see me and you can find me.
You're just there. You're not
Like a
glowing.
sign
You're
from
not a
God.
laser vest. You're not a laser vest.
She's not
You're
white.
a
So
whole-ass
you're not
person.
white. So what you're saying is your complexion isn't white. It's neon.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's so bad. Like, oh man.
Oh my God.
And the whole time in Mexico, we would go to like the mercados, and they'd be like, "Hey, bueno," the whole time, and I am like easily the whitest person in Mexico. Like the moment I step in, no doubt about it. I'm the whitest person here.
Oh, I know that feeling. I went to Puerto Rico with my family, and mira la gringo. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I ain't no fucking gringo. They're like, te habla español? Yo puertorriqueño, coño. ¿Qué tú haciendo? And they're like, oh shit, my bad. I'm sorry.
It's exactly.
So
I
Bean,
love that gives you like the advantage though, like right, Being like that gives you the advantage when they don't understand the fact, like they judge you a lot of people judge you by the look, you know. So with being the glow in the dark ginger and me being the freaking off white, off brandish white freaking Puerto Rican, you know, they judge you off of what you look like. And unless you have some type of feature, like right now, yes, I have the Spanish feature of the mustache and the goatee, but if I don't have it, I have my full beard, you wouldn't know that. And like I love that because they don't expect it when you come out, you just shut them down real quick by saying something. They'll be like, "Oh shit, I done fucked up. Did he just jump off his own stream again?"
No, I'm here. I was just highlighting you guys because y'all are talking to each other. I'm listening.
Yeah. I was
We
like,
included you into this conversation.
Oh, sorry, my bad. My fault. My fault. So, Bean, I will say this though. I didn't realize until, and I'm embarrassed to say this, I didn't know this until probably my freshman year of college, your senior year of high school, that like you were Mexican, like because of your last name.
Yeah.
So I just assumed like, oh, you know, but I didn't, I had no idea your background, and it's crazy. I was like, oh shit, like she knows, like, and then the white side of me was like, holy fuck, like Bean knows some shit.
Yeah, you don't expect it, especially like you said with my last name. My last name's Sanford, so it's like very almost like redneck. And then I moved to San Antonio from Dallas, so that like on top you have like, oh, here's this like small town Dallas girl, because we didn't live like in Dallas. We lived in a city like right outside, like all the little like little bitty cities. We lived in like Waxahachie for a while. If anybody knows where that little town is, sweet little town.
Did you, real quick, I don't know if you know this, but you and Houston, wait, no, are you Sandford or
like Sanford, like Sanford and Son, the show?
So Houston, who's on the show frequently, his last name is also Sanford. I don't know if it's Sand Ford or San Ford.
Did we go to high school with him?
Yeah, we did. You guys didn't really meet him. He was in JROTC, and just he's gonna be pissed if he watches this video. He was kind of a background friend. He was always hanging out with us in high school. But I'm pretty sure you guys have the same fucking last name.
We might, because I remember like when they would split us up into rooms for tax testing. There was always like the names.
You were always probably in the same room as him.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. So we have talked about the highlights, skip the lows because 2020 has been a low in and of itself. So let's talk about some resolutions. All right. So if you're watching right now, please comment your New Year's resolution. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, comment your resolution. We'll bring them up. We're going to talk about our own resolutions first. Bean, Jok3r, who wants to go first on resolutions? You want to go first, Jok3r? No? Oh yeah. All right. Bean, you got any resolutions this year you want to talk about?
Fucking get married, shit.
Shit, you're fucking telling me. So you guys were originally supposed to get married in September of this year, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know why I know that? Because your wedding day was on my birthday.
I know, we were excited. It was going to be your birthday present.
I was so excited. I was so hyped.
Oh, this was the one you were telling me about.
Yeah. Lewis, okay. you met Lewis. He was on our stream last week. Yeah. So you guys were supposed to get married this year. That's probably the low that the wedding didn't happen. But the wedding's gonna happen in 2021.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my resolution, is get all the things that I need to get done for that, including losing all that weight. My wedding dress is hanging up, staring at me right now while I, snack and everything.
Okay, so I do have this question for you because you are getting married and you did go wedding dress shopping.
Yeah.
How many dresses did you go through before you picked the right one?
I think and I can fact check this with Instagram. I think like 8.
8 dresses?
I tried on 8 dresses.
I mean,
Yeah, let me check.
I've never been married. I'm also not a woman, so I don't know how, like, where that number sits, but 8 sounds like
7.
a good 7. That sounds like an average number. Like,
Yeah, 2 different stores, 7 different dresses.
So-
And the second time I found it on like the 3rd dress, but I kept trying things on and then like went back because that dress had pockets. I was like, shit, that's the one.
that's good. Pockets. What is it with women and pockets, Bean?
I don't know. And that's like the one day that I don't need pockets at all. And I was like, no, that's how I want. I that's how I know it's the dress.
Bean, you're gonna have cameras and phones all around you the entire time. You don't need pockets.
I don't need pockets.
What are you gonna do? Tweet? Oh my god, my husband's walking up the aisle.
She gonna sit there walking down the aisle with one hand in the pocket. That's
Pop my hands up just to show.
Yeah, walking up the aisle with a
pockets is fucking awesome.
Walking up the aisle with a phone in hand.
He agrees. He just say yeah.
Oh my god, my husband looks so cute right now. You should see his reaction. #wedding life.
I don't know. I'm gonna find things now just to random shit to hand you throughout the night. Like, just be like, look, this was in my pockets, Derek. Here, this is for you. It was in my fucking pockets.
You're saying that now. I'm gonna order a hoodie that has a kangaroo pocket. I can just hold everything. And I challenge you, Bean. Hand me the weirdest shit. Give me the weirdest fucking thing you can think of, and I will hold it.
Amazing.
And all you have to do is raise a hand and go snap twice. I'll be right there. And with my kangaroo pocket, here you go, bride.
But yeah, so 7 dresses. 7 full dresses.
7
and
full
it's been
dresses.
so hard to keep it from Josh. Like, there's been times that I'd be like, oh yeah, I have to show you this. Like, I remember like, oh, I have a dress to show you. And then I remember, oh no, it's the one that I can't. And I have to like slowly like turn my phone back away because he's almost seen it multiple times.
Yeah.
Bad news.
Has he seen a glimpse of it?
Mm-mm.
No,
He's seen it in its bag.
Nothing?
No, I have it like hanging up in my room so it can like lay out flat.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's in my room and like seen it in its bag, but like not the actual dress itself.
Yeah. So March is the month, right?
Yeah.
And I have the dates blocked out. What you don't have to say it now, but I do have the dates blocked off on my calendar.
Good.
And I can't fucking wait to be there.
Dude, we're so excited.
Also, do you have any rules for the bachelor party?
Oh no. Whatever the hell Josh wants. Like,
Josh, you heard it. You heard it here first.
I tell him whatever he wants, like on the daily.
It's on record now.
It's on record now. Strippers and coke. Let's go.
If that's what he wants, if he says like I need to go to like whatever, take him. Take him. I don't care. I don't think that's what he wants, but if for some reason.
I don't think you gotta worry anything because you both are in love and it's gonna be amazing.
Exactly. So if he wants to have a girl like shake her ass on him, that's cool.
No, if some ass goes in front of his face, I'll put my face in front of there and
just take the brunt of it.
I'll get glitter all over my eyes. I don't care.
The next day, your eyes are like swollen shut from all the freaking glitter.
Right? Like my your wedding reception, I'm doing a speech. My eyes are swollen shut. Hey, so I'm the groomsman that got a pink eye.
Yes, I was gonna say. Ted's gonna come to your wedding with like double pink eye. It's not even gonna be one eye. It's gonna be double pink eye.
We're still gonna be able to like smell her on you.
What the hell did you do? He's gonna be like 2 girls, 1 cup live version.
We're gonna be able to like smell her on you.
All I want to say is the bachelor party was fucking wild.
I hope it is. I hope now that it is.
We will see. We will see. Lewis is very respectful of you, so we might have something planned for him. And I'm not the best man, so I'm not planning the bachelor party, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe I'm the wild card that's like, all right, here's some strippers, and then Josh is like, no, we're just playing solitaire tonight. And I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, but we'll see. We shall see.
Your dad says, like, "Are you kidding? It's gonna be your butt in his face." You're the stripper, Derek. That's what they haven't told you yet.
Yeah, that's
they
fine.
hired you.
Have you ever
fine.
seen? Have you ever seen? I hope they serve beer in hell.
I have not, but I have read the book.
Yeah,
Pretty
you're the best friend.
fucking-
You're the best friend.
Yeah. No, I won't be that wild. Jok3r, do you have any resolutions for next year? No.
You're getting ready.
It's a little one.
Aw.
So I will tell you real quick though, before we have Jok3r on, our resolution for this year here on A Tilted World is to get to 1K subscribers and followers on Instagram. So
Hell yeah.
if you're watching, please like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified, and let us know how we're doing. Comment on everything that you can, and follow us, because that's what we want. We're recording this before it's still 2020 while we're doing this, but 2021 we want to have 1,000 followers, and that would be the biggest blessing to us. And I say us, but I mean me. So please help me out and follow, subscribe, all that good shit. Jok3r, your little one is so cute.
Driving me crazy right now.
Is he? Oh, he just wants to get into the streaming game. He's trying to talk.
The thing is that he right when you were asking me the question, he decided to pull the plug out of his headphone. So I was like, oh shit. It's his distraction. He knows, like, oh, daddy's gonna take a second on that.
You got any resolutions this year?
Buy a house and just continue doing what I do for my family, honestly. But just the house is up there right now.
Oh, that's a good one, dude.
You got anything
I
else
was
to
talking
say,
to your little man.
I know. This is what I go through on a constant.
Hey, so make sure you guys, if you're watching, comment a fucking New Year's resolution. If you don't like it, if you don't like resolutions, it's fine, but just comment why. We'll talk about it. Dude, he's so fucking cute. I can't get over that. It looks like he's like punching you in the face and fighting you, but he kind of is.
No, he's going for the hat.
On it.
He's infatuated with my hats. He loves all my hats. So his big thing is, if daddy's wearing a hat, rob him. Like, you didn't see before. This is him laughing, but you didn't see before. He was throwing a hat up, and that's one of my old hats. Matter of fact, it was the Florida hat that I walked around with that had the Jok3r on the back of it. Yeah, it's his hat now.
It's all his.
It's his hat now. He claimed it.
He's fucking climbing. Holy shit, that's wild. Your child. So you came in a woman about a year and a half ago, and that's going on right now. That's wild. You grew a person.
This is one of my people that I've helped. This is the youngest.
All right, so we're gonna start talking about people's resolutions. I think we only have a couple. Let's go back. Let's see.
Still here. Right back.
All right, that's fine, bub. Sorry. Scrolling. I'm so bad at watching comments. Bean, how does Lewis do it? How does he go back and forth? He has two screens though, doesn't he?
He does. I think that makes a big difference, honestly, is having those dual monitors.
Yeah, I only have one, and I bought. Hold on, Aaron. I'm gonna pull your thing down for a second. So I bought a mouse today that's supposed to connect to my laptop, but my laptop needed to update for the mouse to connect to it.
Okay.
Well, I tried to update it, and I didn't have enough memory on my laptop to update it to get the mouse to connect. So I'm still using the mouse pad. So
touchpad.
yeah, it sucks. It's so
damn.
My fingers have gotten so fucking ninja quick. It's wild. Future girlfriends will be really happy. So first one, New Year's resolution. This is from Aaron Tilt. This is my father. If they let me in the program, start my last 4 classes for my master's degree. I'll leave that up. Awesome. Honestly, I didn't even know you were going for your master's. That's pretty fucking dope. I hope you get it. I don't comment what your master's is going to be in. I'm not normally into college stuff, so I don't really know how stuff works. So you get a bachelor's degree in one thing, you can get a master's in something else, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm,
I think
But-
it's like yes, but related somehow. I don't know. I haven't got my master's.
yeah,
I'd like to.
me either. I'll get it one day.
Yeah, that's my thought. I was like, one day.
I feel like that's what everybody says that has a master's. They're like, oh yeah, master's is one day. Master's one day. Oh, there he is. All right, he says a master's in theology. Awesome. And if you've ever met my dad, chat, that fits perfectly. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Joker. But yeah, so Bean, you want to go over? Do we go over your resolutions yet? Like,
Yeah, like an overview. The whole
overview? Okay.
wedding
Joker.
shenanigans.
You're good. All right. So here's my resolution, and then we will close out the show. Bean, Joker, I'll talk to you shortly, but Bean, stay on, please. After I exit you out
Absolutely.
the studio. My resolution for this year is to just be happy, and that sounds fucking crazy, but honestly, it's just to fucking have a good time. Take whatever the world throws at us and enjoy it, whether it's bad or good, whatever. Also, just to transition into normal life outside of the military. That's another resolution of mine. Just to make sure that I'm not fucking weirdo when I get out. I'm super excited to get out. So that, and also
you get to join the civilian club.
Yeah, we do.
Listen, it's actually not as bad as you think, bro. It really isn't. I thought it was gonna be worse for me than it was, and I took a little bit of a break for myself to get a job or even do anything with school. But 3 months, got a job, a great paying job, and I'm perfectly fine. Like, getting out honestly still feels like it was the best thing for me.
That's great, man. Hey, Bean, how do you say your Instagram handle real quick?
Beans Baubles Co. for my art page.
Beans Bobble Co. Sorry, I can't read because I'm already kind of dyslexic. So it's a blah 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 to me. But make sure you follow Bean's art page on Beans Bobble Co. And also check that banner down there. Follow Jay and Bean Official on Instagram and also Twitch at Jay and Bean. It's a great stream, and actually Lewis is streaming tonight, right at 9:30 Central Time.
Yeah, he's playing a horror game that he has not played before. He's really excited for it. I think it'll be entertaining. I think it's actually going to be a good scary one that he may yell a little bit.
Ooh, it's going to be fun. So make sure you check out Jay and Bean on Twitch. I'm going to take you guys off while I do my last promos. Bean, stay on so we can talk, all right?
For sure.
Thank you guys so much for checking out our stream and our episode. If you're new, thank you so much for listening. Please rate us on iTunes and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe, follow, hit that bell so you know when we're doing live streams again. We do it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's a lot of fun. So make sure you check us out. We also have merch. So check out our website, tiltedworld.com, to get your t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever. Thank you so much for listening and watching. It's been a lot of fun. And we'll see you next week.